Which quadrant does the following point lie in? In part A, we have r theta. So r is negative, means in the opposite direction. Okay, theta is negative 7 pi over 6. So we have two options. We can find corresponding rectangular coordinates. That means x equals r cosine theta, y equals r sine theta. And from the signs of x and y, we can determine the quadrant. Let's do this. R is negative 1 times cosine negative 7 pi over 6. Same thing, negative 1 sine negative 7 pi over 6. Negative 1 times cosine of negative angle is just cosine of 7 pi over 6, because cosine is an even function, but sine is an odd function, so negative comes outside. And with this negative, just positive 1 sine 7 pi over 6. Now we need to find the value of cosine 7 pi over 6. Okay, and let me do it over here. 7 pi over 6 looks like pi over 6. Here is pi over 6. Second quadrant 5 pi over 6. I'm writing these angles from unit circle. And here is 7 pi over 6. Okay, and we know that all students take calculus. So 7 pi over 6 is in the third quadrant, and only tangent is positive, so this will have negative value. I don't need to know the exact value, by the way. All I need to know is this has negative value, and so is sine. This is also negative. This is negative and negative, so eventually it's a positive value. This is 1 times negative value, negative. So negative. So x is positive and y is negative. So x is positive, y negative. Which quadrant? That's on the fourth, because x is positive and y is negative. It's down. So this is in the fourth quadrant. So we can say this answer now is in fourth quadrant. Okay, and let me show you another way to do it. We will get the same answer. Let's plot this point. Okay, so we have the polar axis. We ignore negative for a moment. Now negative 7 pi over 6 is the angle. So this is the angle. Negative means, this negative means clockwise direction, 7 pi over 6. So if we go all the way here, that's pi and more, 7 pi over 6 somewhere here. No, we don't know the exact, but this is 7 pi over 6, but in clockwise, so negative pi, 7 pi over 6. Now 1 means from here we go 1 units. It could be anywhere, 1 units. But we have negative means we have to go backward. So the exact will be other way. So here. Okay. So this point is in fact negative 1, negative 7 pi over 6. And if we do the quadrants here, okay, this will be 1, second quadrant, third, fourth. So the same answer like before, fourth. Okay, so this point lies on fourth quadrant. Let's try this. The first method is to find the corresponding x and y. So x is r cosine theta, and y is r sine theta, 5 pi over 6, and negative 2 times cosine 5 pi over 6. We don't have to know the exact value, but this is like pi over 6 here, and 5 pi over 6 is in second quadrant. All the students take calculus. So second quadrant, sine is positive and cosine is negative, so it's got negative value. So negative times negative 2, so we'll have positive value. And here sine is positive, so positive negative is negative. So x is positive and y is negative. Okay, and that happens where? Positive and negative means fourth quadrant. So this is, again, the answer is fourth quadrant. Alternatively, we can plot this polar point and determine the quadrant. So here is the polar axis. So we have angle 5 pi over 6, plus means counterclockwise. Here pi over 2 more, so this is 5 pi over 6. And negative means opposite direction. 2 means from here we have to go 2 units. From here 1, 2. But negative means go backward here. So we have to go 1, 2. So this is the point, this. And clearly this is in the fourth quadrant. And we would get the same answer, final.